are. It's actually a fairly common practice, particularly among the smaller and less professional projects, that you'll see on the website, for instance, this is covered by LGPL. And you download the code and it actually has GPL notices in it. Well, obviously those are pretty different and compliance will be different, and you need to know that ahead of time. So you'll be protecting yourself from the project going away or changing its terms or having the wrong terms if you actually grab the terms out of the package download and keep a copy of them somewhere. As I mentioned, double check that the terms in the distribution match the one described on the project website. Yeah, I see a comment, many small open source projects don't even have a license file. That's true. And sometimes it can be, you know, a task to dig and figure out what license terms apply. My associates and I spend some quality time doing that. You can usually find something, and sometimes it's a bit of a judgment call to decide what license terms apply. You know, one of the most challenging things, it's not on the slide, but when you look at a bulletin board or some kind of chat room or something for programmers who are suggesting examples of code, and they might suggest snippets of code, and a lot of times it's not clear what licensing terms apply to those. Those can be some of the most challenging ones. Fortunately, they're usually pretty generic and short, and maybe we don't worry about the copyright interest in them, but sometimes they really do, you know, they're long enough and complicated enough to have a copyright interest, and it can be very challenging to figure out what license terms might apply to those. Also, see the last bullet point there. If you change open source code, you should always document the change